The 2026 Chicago Marathon represents a peak of human achievement, where athletes shave seconds off world records using tools that didn't exist a generation ago. We have to look down. The history of the running shoe is a story of material evolution, a transition from basic protection to high-performance machinery. In 1500 BC Egypt, a shoe had one job: defensive protection. These woven papyrus and leather sandals were the only line standing between a human foot and scorching sand or jagged rocks. But organic materials have clear mechanical limits. Leather is heavy and rigid, while plant fibers like papyrus are brittle, fraying quickly under the constant friction of a running stride. For thousands of years, these rigid shields were all we had. Human athletic potential was effectively capped by the physical properties of rawhide and wood. The 19th century Industrial Revolution changed our environment. We began paving cities with unforgiving, rigid surfaces like metal and stone, creating a world that punished human joints with every step. The solution arrived by accident in 1839, when Charles Goodyear dropped a mixture of raw rubber and sulfur onto a hot stove. This was vulcanization. Heat forced the molecules to cross-link. Instead of melting or cracking, it became a durable, elastic compound. When a foot strikes pavement, this rubber compresses, preventing a kinetic shockwave from traveling up the leg. By the 1920s, manufacturers bonded this vulcanized rubber to lightweight cotton canvas. For the first time, athletic shoes were light enough to leave the factories and move on to sports courts. But canvas shoes introduced a new mechanical bottleneck. Their flat rubber soles lacked the necessary traction for high-speed direction changes on a track or a court. While chemistry had solved the problem of shock absorption, these flat designs were still too slippery to support true competitive speed. During the 1970s, recreational running surged, creating an urgent demand for a shoe that could grip a track without slipping. Track coach Bill Bowerman looked for a solution in his kitchen, famously pouring liquid rubber into his wife's waffle iron. The result was the waffle sole. These geometric square lugs provided aggressive grip in dirt and grass without adding the dead weight of a solid rubber block. By the 1990s, solid rubber had reached its absolute density limit. To get more cushioning without adding more weight, engineers had to look beyond solids. They turned to aerospace engineering, encapsulating inert, pressurized gas inside thermosealed plastic windows in the heel. These internal gas bubbles compress dynamically under pressure. As the heel strikes concrete, the air pockets dissipate the impact forces laterally, protecting the runner. By the end of the decade, the running shoe had become a pneumatic shock absorber, effectively neutralizing the physical penalty of gravity. Returning to 2026, the design priority has shifted. Engineers are no longer focused solely on dampening the impact of the ground. They are trying to harness it to propel the foot forward. This is achieved by integrating stiff, curved plates of carbon fiber directly into the midsole of the shoe. When the plate flexes, it acts as a mechanical trampoline, storing energy on impact and releasing it on toe-off, returning up to 85% of energy. To prevent injury from this explosive release, it's housed within an ultralight molecular foam, creating a highly efficient biomechanical engine. In high-speed action, the thick foam compresses under extreme force, then immediately snaps back to its original shape as the foot lifts away. Lacing up a modern running shoe puts thousands of years of material engineering directly onto the human frame. It is an external tool that provides the mechanical leverage needed to push past our own physical limits.